Well, hello everybody. This has been a super exciting project to be working on. I've not really had any experience with this kind of coding before. I definitely used this tutorial right here, this one, os.phil.app-app.com. So almost everything I've done is directly from that tutorial, but it's been super cool. So basically, I've been building an operating system inside of Rust, well, using Rust, and I'll show you what it does. Doesn't really do too much, but it's pretty cool nonetheless. So here it is. See, look, it says hello world, and does a couple math problems. I can show you those right here. Hello world, then a couple, and add and subtract. So basically, there's a lot to this. There's a lot on the bottom end of all of this, trying to get it all set up, a lot of framework I had to build. So basically had to start out with no standard libraries because obviously an operating system doesn't have any. No main. Had some testing stuff put into here. This is using my library right here. This is basically the main function. Well, it is the main function, just by a different name. Does all these things, tests, and it just loops forever because it's an operating system. I don't want it to end. Here's the panic. I honestly don't know what it does, but I have one. Basically just what the computer should do if nothing else works. There's a lot of underneath stuff that I honestly probably could not explain very well. Had to add in a bunch of this information. And where's my other stuff? Somehow I've lost stuff. Oh, here we go. So we've got all of this, name of it. Yeah, I'm so conceited I named it after myself. Couple other things like allowing lazy statics, which basically just means data that's pre-compiled. That way other things can run on top of it. That's about it on the bottom end stuff. This is just telling this what to do, I believe. Uses built-in stuff. This is how the print line all works. Lazy statics, mutexes, the whole 9 yards. We got all these colors that you can choose from. Right now I'm just running with yellow, though to be honest I don't remember where I set that, so it's just stayed yellow forever. Probably find it as I explain this. These are both mostly just defining like really low-end details for the computer to know what's going on. This is where it starts getting more exciting. Ooh, this might be where the color code is. That's besides the point. So basically, this is just writing a single byte to the screen. So like my virtual machine was doing. And we use this function to build all the other functions on top of it. Basically, I had to build a new line as well, so this was important. It just finds the location of it, sets the color. See, this is all I ever see is color underscore code. I don't know where it's defined, but that's fine. And then it moves up based on the next information. New line, it literally just goes through the entire buffer, copies everything, moves it up a line, pastes it, and then fills it with empty space. Oh look, clear row. That's what it fills it with. This clear row, which just puts a bunch of empty spaces in there to clear it out. The right string is built on top of that The write bytes function, it just loops through, writes an entire string out. So it's all great. Here's those lazy statics I was talking about. Right here I've built a couple of macros. I built more macros actually, I was really intrigued by them. Basically it's just, this is what's in the parentheses, and then whenever it gets that information from the parentheses, it takes this function, which uses the write from above, and then puts it all in there and displays it the proper way. This one does the exact same thing, except it has it allows you to input arguments, and it has an end line at the end, so since it's a print line. Here's a bunch of test outputs. Basically just assertions, make sure that things are working. Had to build all those. Serial, basically the same as the last one, but it's all printing to the terminal instead of printing to the virtual machine. Macros, followed the other tutorial on my README to explain how to do this. Basically the parentheses stuff, first expression, second expression, then returns what it's supposed to be doing. This one I just built it to where you could put 1 in the add function. I don't know why that's really pertinent, but you can. Subtract function, just flip-flopped everything. Pretty simple. I don't really know too much about this. This was where I was starting to get pretty confused at the very end of my time working on this project. So this is probably going to be where I'm working next, is just understanding more fully what is even going on here. A lot of it's testing, but I've been struggling with getting the library, understanding how the library connects to the main properly. But that's just about everything. It's been a lot of fun. I've enjoyed every moment of it, except when I broke it really badly. But other than that moment, I've enjoyed it all. Thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day. Adios.